I've come to the Exeter Trading Hub, and it's like a vintage sort of flea market with booths and stuff inside. So we're going to go in, have a look, see if we can find anything interesting, and we'll take you for the ride. Hey, welcome back to Cookie and the Haydens. I'm Car Boot Chris, and today we're doing something a little bit different. We're at the Exeter Trading Hub, as I mentioned at the start there. And this place is filled with individual booths from different sellers selling vintage, antique, retro stuff of all kinds of stuff, as you'll see as we go for a little walk around. And if you're interested in visiting the Trading Hub, I'll put a link to their Facebook page down in the description below, so you can feel free to go and have a look or like their page, and you'll be kept up to date on different stuff, including a monthly flea market that they extend to the outside of the building, so that's indoor and outside as well. Yeah, so I've had to unfortunately put some music on over the actual audio because there was music playing in the background. There was a radio on, so I had to remove that for copyright reasons. So you're stuck with me and my commentary and some very funky music. So this is a toy booth, as you can see. I picked up this interesting Star Wars Transformer. I actually contacted Big Steve from Movie Chats, the channel. He said that might have been worth something, but on closer view, I think it was missing some parts. So I kind of left that behind. This was also quite interesting. Lord of the Rings. I can't remember what. Can you see on there what it is? Tree something. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Lord of the Rings, but it looked like a nice figure. But at £8, probably not worth it unless I was keeping it for myself. Some cool bits and pieces here. I don't know what these are. Any ideas? I was going to look them up, but I didn't bother in the end. But weird looking things. Whilst we're walking around, just let me know if you spot anything. I mean, there's so much stuff, it's quite overwhelming. But if you let me know if you see anything that, might have been good for me to pick up, to resell or something interesting, then yeah, please drop a comment below. I wouldn't say vintage and antiques is, my forte, but I like looking and finding some unusual items. Now, I know somebody who would be interested in this, unless they've got it already. Shout out to Lana, of course, who loves her Wallace and Gromit. But that was £10. It's probably worth about 20 on eBay, but not really worth it for me to pick up really on that basis. But if you were keeping it for yourself, that's a good price. I've spotted something here. You see this a cast iron knight here in the corner? That's actually a fire companion that looks like it's been converted into a lamp, which that is really cool. That's nicely done. I actually sold one of those fire companions recently for about 40 quid. But Hermes actually managed to smash that cast iron there. You can still see it in the corner there. They smashed it in the post somehow. I really wanted to see more of this kind of stuff in this place, like 80s, 90s cartoon stuff, toys, TV related items. I'd love to have seen more of that. Hopefully we'll visit again in the future, and you know, different stalls will have different stuff on it. Stuff will have sold, they'll have restocked with other items. So always worth keep going back, I suppose, and seeing what they've got that's new. There's tons of stuff in here, this place. I've not even got halfway around it yet. What I'm looking for really is stuff I can resell or that I can collect for myself. Plus, I reckon if there's anywhere that I'm going to find a tiki, it's going to be in this place. So fingers crossed, I'm keeping my eye out. I think there's around 50 individual traders in the trading hub. And yeah, they all have their own little booth. And this is something that I'm used to seeing over in the States. I think it's quite commonplace over there, this kind of trading environment, this kind of flea market feel to it. I don't seem to see many of these in the UK. Let me know in the comments if you know of any similar kind of places like this in the UK, because I really love walking around these places. So drop us a comment and let us know what it's called, where it is, and you never know, I might pay it a visit. I think I actually bought a couple of bits and bobs from this particular booth, so I think that's coming up in just a minute. I think I might actually get this teapot as well. It's £10, but it's Arabic. As long as there's no real damage to it, there's some marks on it, but that looks like an interesting item. And we're going to get a couple of these bits here. I'm going to see if they can do a bungle deal. Look at all those vintage and retro telephones. I love that one there, the transparent one. I actually think we had that one. We definitely had that in our house at some point. If you can get these cheap enough, they can be worth reselling for sure. Oh, there's a lovely doll there in the corner. Oh, I've just sold that other one. You know that big spooky doll, the tall one, the Jesmar doll. I sold that for 85 quid. And Belle was so glad to see the back of it. But maybe I should get this and freak her out all over again. Now, after I put this down, this sort of metal crown thing, I put it down, and a chap sort of just behind me that you can't quite see, he picked that up and went and bought it. So I'm wondering if I actually missed something good there. Now I have sold these sort of African tribal masks before. So these caught my eye. These were £5 each, so that could be worth picking up. And on the wood theme, this is a carved eagle or bird of prey. Handmade, no particular maker's mark or anything, so just a handmade item, but I still liked it. £8. Is it going to be worth it or not? We'll see. We'll see. Stay tuned, and we'll go through what items I actually did purchase in the end and what I'm going to do with them. So am I going to keep them? Am I going to resell them? And if so, for how much? But that's a real nice handmade sort of upcycled sign. I really like that. So stay tuned. We're almost done here at the hub. We'll just pop outside because there's all kind of reclamation and stuff out here. Well, that was the Trading Hub in Exeter, and I've never been there before, but I actually quite enjoyed looking around it. The only thing I would say is it's a shame there wasn't a few more like vintage toy booths or stalls, like with toys and games and stuff. There wasn't enough of that. But other than that, it was very interesting to look around. I did buy a handful of stuff, a handful of items, should I say. So I'll go through what I picked up. You probably saw it on camera anyway, but I'll tell you why I picked them up, or well, why I guessed that they might be worth something. Okay, I picked up this hand-carved wooden eagle, which actually I thought was really nice. It was labelled at £8, and I think I'm going to list it on eBay for about 30 and just see how we get on with that. Prices for these kind of thing is all over the show, really. So there's no saying that I'm going to get that at all. But I'm going to try for 30. What else did I get? A couple of teapots. This is an Indian engraved brass teapot. It's got like a swan neck spout. I think this was £10, if I remember rightly, either 8 or 10. And I've been doing quite well with brass items recently. For some reason, they've always gone well, but lately I seem to be doing okay with this kind of stuff. So I'm going to list this for about £30 or £35 and just see what happens with that one. And the other teapot I picked up was this. It's silver plated. It costs £10 again. And it's Arabic. So it's got some Arabic writing on the bottom. And that's the reason why I picked it up, because it's a little bit more unusual. And there are listings for these Arabic teapots on eBay. And that being said, I paid £10, so I think I'm going to list it about 35 again on that one, a bit like the brass one, and just, see if there's any interest. But we'll give that a try. I got a couple of these, I think they're African masks. I've done well on these wooden masks in the past. And I picked these up because they were £5 each. I thought there could be some room in these. I don't think there's massive money in them. There's nothing marked on them at all. Probably vintage. And I paid £5 each on those. I'm going to list them at 20 each and just see if we can get some interest in those. Now, the last two items that I picked up were these two sort of troll figures. I mean, not sure if you call this one a troll, but that one's definitely a troll. He's a little, I don't even know, I can't remember the name for these guys, but he is missing something. He should be holding something here. Maybe a stick or a flag or something. So he is missing a little bit of something. He cost £8 and this one costs £7. This one's a bobblehead. This is made in West Germany. I'm not 100% sure about that one. But I'm going to list this guy at 30. And this one, there is one listed that is pretty much the same for 35. So I'll probably go 35 on that one. Anything that's made West Germany, you've got a chance on. It's made by Heiko. And that one cost me 7. So I'm going to list that one for 35. So 30 and 35, albeit this is missing something. So that could be a problem. But there you go, that's those two. And that was all the bits that I picked up today. It was something different to look around this vintage antique flea market collectibles type place. Lots of individual booths as you saw. There was a lot of good stuff, but prices obviously were more retail prices. But I'm sure if you know what you're looking for, you can definitely make some profit in there. You can pick up some items to resell. I would love to see a bit more in the way of toys and games and vintage figures and things like that. I'd love to see a bit more of that. Sort of more the pop culture stuff. So it'd be good to get a few booths in there, and that would be really good. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you found it interesting. It's something a little bit different. I've not been around there before. So give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one. See ya.